Somebody put up a goal and they don't know that they can do it. They have to encourage themselves. Well, the goal to raise funds is only 1, 2, 3. Just make the goal and do da-da-da-da-da, and you raise the funds. Some funds, a little funds, a lot of funds. You raise funds. Then you're happy with what you get. Right now, boss man is trying to manipulate and control us by managing our funds. And he puts out just enough so I won't go raise funds, but I want you to think he's running things. But you got to remember, there's times when you have to let boss man know, boss man, you're the boss. You're just the boss. Yeah. And you got to have fun doing it. Boss man, you're the boss. So boss man's going to say, we can't let the nigga go broke, because if he get broke and he ain't got no, that's when he really works. You know what I mean? Sleeps 3 and 4 hours a night, and we don't want him to get there. He's going to get too much money. Can't let him do that. He's not going to be mad. If everybody laughing at it, that's worse. If niggas laugh at it, they remember Oakland, because everybody big ain't come on, got religion, boy, so they just kind of laughing a little. But that makes you work super hard. So they already know we don't want to laugh at it too much, and then we don't want him to get too much money, and we gotta just hold it right there where if he needs a little money, you can get $5 or $10, but we ain't gonna let him get hold to no whole lot because he know what to do with it, right? And we don't want him to get too little. That's like 2 days. 2 days. That's been the program for a long time. That's been the program. You take my word for it. That's his program. We don't want him to be broke. Oh no. We don't want him to sleep outside. Remember, sleep under a bridge? Y'all remember? You don't be prepared to sleep under a bridge. You don't want that. That nigga sleeping under the bridge, he's gonna get all the homeless folks, they're gonna have a rebellion, they're gonna do everything. They said, we don't want that. Right? We don't want that. Okay, no. We don't want him to have a lot of money because he knows about the simple structure organization. He got all that covered. Look at the writings and read the writings. Don't just look at it. You did this, look at the right. What about that? We don't want him to write no more stuff like that for the future. We don't want him to do that. But we don't want him to be too broke. Right? So we're going to regulate. Yeah, no problem. So what if you want to rest? Remember? You're a long distance runner. Suppose you want to rest. A working rest, where you cruise along, do your stuff. But you run it at your pace, so you get the white man to work at your pace. This is a big joke. It's a joke for some, but for other people, they're slaughtering people, man. This monster crushes people's spirit, bodies. This is a monster. There's no monster that you can conjure up this worse than this guy. This is El Supremo, Monster. Yeah. In Iran, they call him Ghoul. But in Afghanistan, Ghoul is like Old Medina, big guy, just a big person. But in Iran, Ghoul is a monster. He's a Ghoul here. Shaitan, Bazur. I'm telling you. Tell the truth. Their behavior is unnecessarily monstrous. It's not necessary to put it. The Indians on the reservation already. They're not going nowhere. What? Give them smallpox. Good God Almighty. Or give them all them diseases where they coughing and they need the cough syrup. Like niggas down south drink that cough syrup. Well, what do you think about the 1880s and 90s? The Indians drinking all that cough syrup. With opium in it. I got a cough. They go up to the window. Boss man, I got a cough. Yeah, you're addicted. Anyway, it's unnecessary. You don't have to be that mean. They are. This is serious. We're dealing with the monster, Supremo. Anyway, so with that, yeah, we'll just close and take it easy. So we thank everybody for participating, and this is I think the 11th day of Ramadan. Ramadan Mubarak, and hope your Quranic reading is well. As we said before, we intend to have the last 10 nights of Ramadan where we do Taraweeh and have some food. And this masjid is big enough for monitored, whatever they call it, distance. Social distance. Yeah, this is big enough. I think we can do it safely. Then we'll be all masked, and we'll get some masks and give everybody a mask so they won't cover their head and cover their face. That's the plan. If it don't sound good, I don't know what's wrong with Boss Man. But what is it, 67,000 people now have died? Is that the number? It was over 65 now yesterday. Look, that's a lot of people. The numbers are, and guess what? The numbers are going up. 2,000 to 3,000 a day. Sometimes at least 2,000 people per day are dying. Last night it was over 65,000 people. So this will probably be 67, 66, something like that.
This has 68 right now.
68,000 people. I don't know whether we're going to be, we may do the last 5 nights of Ramadan. I don't know.
But and it's supposed to be definitely going up in this area.
That's what I mean. Maryland,
Going
I don't
up,
know
but
how
why- why would it-
Maryland,
why would it go up?
DC.
Like what would be the, I mean, I know it's going up, but why?
Maybe because they're testing more there.
Oh.
That may be why, but it's
No, I heard it. Maryland and DC, not as bad Virginia, but Maryland is right across the street. So so anyway, we'll see. But we will look forward to, I got a feeling we will do the last 10 nights, because I got a feeling with Allah's help that we won't be more than 9 or 10 people anyway. And I hope that's the way it is. So, no more than 15. And we'd have we would get some feeling of Ramadan without endangering each other. You see what I mean? And that's my hope that we would like to provide. And the thing about Eid, we have the stuff about we'll put out the messages. We'll have 3 Eids here. Remember, so that we can do those 3 Eids. Each one of us do a Eid. Sure. Why not? Yes, that'll be better than people watching it on this and then driving up and getting something to eat. Right? So we have 3 Eids. And if it get too full, we're telling people, well, you can leave your dust, but you gotta go. You come back tomorrow. This is a funny year, so we have to adjust to it. We'll have 3 Eids, we'll have 3 Eid days, that's all. We'll do the Saudi Eid day, the regular Eid day, and then one after that, right? And then we can we can see what they're gonna do, and we can get around to everybody, and when they crank up, we're gonna hit them with CDs, DVDs, and all of that, DVDs mostly, and we're gonna really get this message out. Because in order to do the things we want to do, it does take money. It takes money and it takes people. But one person was asked about revolution. He said, well, what do you need? He said, money, money, money. Like location, location, location. You know, that's what they say, of course. Okay, thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Are there any questions, any comments?
Yeah, there was. Let me check my phone.
I saw last class somebody from South Africa tuned in and gave salams.
Very good.
I can,
You saw that?
yeah, I saw it
If
too.
that is on, it's still on.
Yeah, it's still running.
Okay, we want to, dear believers, South Africa, we're going to wait till this thing cool down a little bit. But with Allah's help, we're coming back to South Africa to spend a minimum of a month there. And we want to travel all over the country, and we want to raise funds for our masjid. I'm talking to the people of South Africa. We have a special relationship. There's a lot going on in the world. In America, we're cut off from all what they call beneficial activities from the Muslims and from the strugglers in society. And we need your help from way over there. So we're going to be over there. We didn't help you raise funds for Dr. Siddiqui, for Crescent, for the last thing we was there, for Raouf and all those people. We've been there. We've had fundraisers for Paget. Yes, right. Back in '98. We've been there for you. Now we're going to ask y'all to be there for us. So, within the next few months, with Allah's help, of course, now don't worry about the threats. We've been threatening there, we've been threatening New Zealand, we've been threatening all. So those are threats. They're just threats to make one comfortable. But don't you worry. With Allah's help, we're going to be at you. So what was the question, man?
Oh, yeah, this was someone was asking about the Tafsir. They just asked about what was the different Tafsirs you read from today?
This is from Tafhim ul-Qur'an from Malana Maududi.
Okay.
That's Tafhim ul-Qur'an.
Yeah, that was one brother. And he followed up again. He wanted to just get your opinion on the commentary of Ayatollah Puya and Ahmed Ali. He just wanted to get your opinion.
That's the Shia claim. Well,
Yes, yeah. The Ayatollah Puya is the one that,
right.
what is my opinion on, okay, when that Quran first came out, Iranians wouldn't use it. Iranians wouldn't use it. Okay, about Ayatollah Kui's, okay. I'm not an expert, so I really don't want to get into that subject much, but I will say just a few basics. During Ayatollah Kui's time,
Well, he said Puya.
Puya, yeah, that's Puya.
Okay.
That's Puya, that's the one,
right.
Ayatollah Puya. But all of them was linked. Ayatollah, the Iranians would not use that 30 years ago. They will use it a little bit now. Because all the writings are mostly of Pakistani origin. Indian Pakistani origin. They use a lot of things, they use a lot of literature that's not common to Iranian background, let's put it that way. Remember, I'm not no expert on this. I just sold the Qur'an, of course I read it, and I read the footnotes, all of them. Anyway, Iranians would not use it at that time because it had a lot of information and historical stuff that Iranians didn't use. And at that time, I was in more contact with Iranians, 30-something years back. In recent times, maybe I'm in contact with both, but there's a more cooperation between Iranians and Indians or Pakistanis. So the commentary, I liked a lot of it myself, personally. I liked a lot of it. It gave me a broader range. Now, for me personally, I read a lot of commentary, and it all helps me to grow in knowledge. What I accept it. What I wonder about, I just set it over here. I don't condemn it, I don't beat it up, I don't participate. Because it all comes from Muslims. So a lot of the commentary I read, I just set it over here. And other commentaries like, what's the enlightening, it's almost finished now. It's done by a group of scholars from Iran, I think. They've translated the big blue books, the big blue, they're enlightening and stuff like that. Yeah. I read those also. I find that a lot of, traces and word for word a lot of Sunni stuff in those. A lot of it, there's a lot there. But remember, it's a whole body of scholars doing it, about, I don't know how many. Then there's other writings or other Qur'ans or Tafsir of Qur'an that are very good. Allama Tabatabai, Al-Mizan. Now, Allama Tabatabai, his Quranic translation, I think it's 20 volumes in Persian, and there is 20 volumes. It might be 40 in Arabic, I don't know. But he was the first one to use a lot of Sunni hadith. And it's so old, it's back, he might have passed away in 1979, 80. So it was already done when the revolution came. But he wrote a lot of good books. I'm just going on and on. But he wrote a lot of good books. A lot of good books on Islam. When I want to introduce a Shia to Shia Islam, if that's what they wanted, I would mention Allama Tabataba'i's books. The one called Shia Islam, and it's the same as another book on Islam but they're both the teachings of Islam. And Shia Islam are the same, but one is just called Shia Islam. He's very wise. He was one of the heaviest ones on Wahda, on unity. He took Sunni Hadith and he got his whole Tafsir full of Sunni Hadith. Now, a lot of Shia writings, not to get on the subject, but are like this. Since we read all the Hadith, not all, but mostly, of course, all of Sahih Bukhari, all of Sahih Muslim, the Sahih Sita, 6 collections of Hadith. You get used to a lot of Hadith. And some have the classification of, well, Sahih Muslim is Sahih Bukhari is Sahih Islam. Okay. But other ones might have Muttafaqa alayha, or it might have Da'if, weak Hadith, and have other. Okay, now, the sayings of the Imams, what they call the sayings of Imams, might be Hadith. You might find the sayings of Imams that have the same statement in their saying is a hadith that was in another book. Yeah, anyway, it's a long story. But it's there, it's clear, don't make no difference whether people like or dislike. But that's a subject which I had a class on Shiism with Dr. Algar. And later on, technically he became Shia. He probably was all the time anyway. But it's his business. It's good. No. And that class I said, like, I really learned in that class. In Berkeley, because I could, what they call it, monitoring classes. I was up there at Berkeley all the time, so I could I could monitor all the classes I wanted. So I monitored a class on Shia Islam. It really was a good class. But in the meantime, those were the days of discussing, some people call it arguing, about different issues of Sunni and Shiism. I don't